On Friday, January 20th, police in Benton County were able to get a warrant and search the Northwest Arkansas Sobriety Center called the Wings of Peace Ministry, Northwest Arkansas. Police were able to secure the warrant to search for illegal firearms and controlled substances. During their raid, there were 6 arrests made. One of the arrests made was that of founding member Thomas Hartman. He is listed as a founding member along with his wife Jan on the Wings of Peace NWA website. So just going down the list here, the upper left corner, we have Thomas Hartman, who was arrested for 3rd-degree sexual assault and possession of firearm by a certain person. The top center is David Caldwell. He had a white warrant. Then there's Dennis Bree. He was facing a charge of revocation of probation or parole. The bottom left is Mitchell Lee Sanders. He was arrested for obstruction of governmental operations. The bottom center is Patton Schuyler. He was arrested for possession of a controlled substance and firearms by a certain person. And the bottom right is David Guillermo Sr., who was arrested for revocation of probation or parole. All 6 of these men are still being held in the Benton County Detention Center. According to the Wings of Peace Ministry website, the organization's mission statement is to meet the rising need to restore men who are emotionally broken and spiritually lost, who are seeking to change the direction of their life from the consequences of alcohol, drug abuse, and incarceration. The Benton County Sheriff's Office arrested Thomas Hartman, who is the head of Wings of Peace NWA, and 5 other men when the search warrant was served. So when the search warrant was served, police arrested Thomas Hartman and another man at his home. The others were arrested elsewhere on the property. I don't know if police questioned all of the men, but police did question the man that was arrested at the Hartman home. That man, we'll call him SP. During the interview, he did tell police that he had been living at the Hartman home. SP told police that he met Thomas Hartman 4 or 5 years earlier at Freedom Seekers. According to SP, he moved in with Thomas Hartman and his wife about a month after meeting him and had been living in the house rent-free. He did say that Thomas Hartman treated him differently than he treated the other men that came to the ministry for help. Thomas Hartman bought him things like a Jeep and an iPhone. According to SP, Thomas Hartman was a father figure to him because SP didn't have anywhere else to go. He didn't have any money or any way to do anything. But when police interviewed Thomas Hartman told him that he had a special relationship with SP. Now, when SP found out that Thomas Hartman told them about their special relationship, SP kind of lost it. He said, that MFer, I've told him a million times I'm not his boyfriend, that he's a father figure to me, and that's it. Basically, I'm summarizing. Basically, Thomas Hartman had done things like buy the iPhone, buy the Jeep, and gift them to SP. He also bonded him out of jail, and SP was staying there according to his probation. Now, if SP left there, the Peace of Wings NWA, his probation could have been violated because he didn't have another place to go. And so SP kind of felt like that was held over his head. He didn't have a place to go, and that Thomas Hartman could call and have him arrested anytime that he didn't really do what he wanted him to do. Thomas Hartman said that he never made those threats, that he didn't understand why SP would feel that way. So SP told police that Thomas Hartman played mind games with him and that he felt like it was effed up. He said that Thomas Hartman knew that he didn't have anywhere else to go, and he used that. So Thomas Hartman gave him these gifts, bonded him out of jail, gave him the iPhone, gave him the Jeep, gave him a place to live. But Thomas Hartman would also come to him and ask SP if Thomas Hartman could perform sex acts on him, specifically oral sex. And SP said that he did say no a lot. He said that he wasn't gay, he didn't like it, but that he felt like he had to do it sometimes so that he could have a place to live. He was really offended that, for example, at Christmas, he had given Thomas Hartman a gift for Christmas and wrote it to his bonus dad. But that same night, Thomas Hartman came to him and asked him if he could perform oral sex on him. Police said during the interview, SP appeared to be very upset and agitated by what he was discussing with them. SP saved some evidence on his phone. He had this text exchange that he shared with police because he said he knew that everything would come out eventually. SP did say that he knew that Thomas Hartman had a past charge of sexual assault and that he felt like he was in the same position as the previous victim. According to SP, he said Thomas Hartman met a mean kid, gave him a Bible, a home, a life, and then he did that to him. The special agent interviewing Thomas Hartman asked him, do you think that SP allowed these interactions to happen when he did because of the position that you held over him? And Thomas Hartman said, he didn't know, that he thought that the relationship was consensual, even though he said earlier in the interview that he felt like it was a moral failure on his part to even have the relationship. But he was telling SP that it was fine for them to have a relationship. He did say SP was the only one that he treated in this way, that the other men all lived at Caleb's house, and that he would minister to them. So that's how he ended up being charged with a third-degree sexual assault.